Hey guys, it's Jessica and welcome to another video. This is Be You, Express Yourself. And in this video I'm just going to talk about expressing yourself when you're younger, because I found it kind of hard to express myself when I was younger in the means of fashion. So I was not someone who expressed themselves with fashion when they were younger, okay? I will be honest, most of the time when I went to school my hair was a disaster, like so messy, and I wore hoodies and, sweatpants almost every day. And then when I switched over to jeans, I wore hoodies and jeans pretty much every day. Basically, my whole outfit throughout high school was jeans, a tank top, and a hoodie. That's all I wore, like the entire time I was in high school. And honestly, I actually, that was just part of who I was. It was just this laid back person, and I've kind of reverted back to that style again, just because it's comfortable. It's so comfortable, and I don't know. It's just my go-to style, I guess. It's a style. I'm not the most fashionable person, and I feel like when you're young, especially in high school, it's all about how fashionable you are, and that always drove me crazy. So like, people would get all these new outfits and these new shoes, and I'm just like, oh, aren't you fancy? Honestly, like, it was never really a concern of mine. I didn't really care about people's new outfits. I didn't care about people's new shoes. I was more like, why are you showing me your shoes? Like, I don't really care. But maybe that was just my mindset, because I went to high school, I went to school to learn. I didn't go to school to be popular or to have a lot of friends. I went to school to learn. And I feel like, I don't know, when I was going to school at least, I feel like it was more of a fashion contest and more of a popularity contest than actually learning at school. And that was a problem, because guess what? I was, not the most popular person. I didn't really know how to talk to people. When I did talk to people, I tended to kind of, I guess, freak them out, just because I'm like a very honest and open person, and I don't really have a filter, so people would kind of be like, whoa, why are you talking about that? And I'll just be like, because I want to. I didn't really have a filter. I was just kind of me, and just kind of went with it. So I didn't really have a lot of friends because of that, because, there are some things that you just don't want to share right away, and I was one of those people who just would share everything, and that's just who I was. So, yeah, it was hard for me to make friends, and it was hard for me to find a way to express myself that was, like, socially acceptable. Now, one of the ways that I kind of got through this, especially in middle school, was I was in band, and during 8th grade, I didn't talk much at all, because I was really, really, really depressed in 8th grade. I didn't talk much at all. There was this one guy, who really got me out of that depression and really just helped me smile throughout the day. And him and we're not friends now, and I don't think we ever were friends, but I always considered him a friend, and I understand why he's not friends with me now, but I do miss him, because he always knew how to make my day. He always knew how to do it. He was the only person who could really pull me out of that slump that I was in. But basically, my way of expressing myself in middle school was music. I played the clarinet, and I didn't play like the first clarinet or the second clarinet or even the third clarinet parts. I played the bass clarinet parts on the clarinet, because my band teacher, she didn't think I was good enough to play any other clarinet part. She even told me and my mom that in a conference, parent-teacher conference thing. And honestly, it's like, whatever. It really crushed my self-esteem when she said that. But that's like a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But basically, that was my way of expressing myself, was music. I was so passionate about music. People loved watching me play because I really got into it. I moved my body and everything. It was nice. I love expressing myself with music. It's like my #1 way to express myself. So yeah, music was really my outlet, and it was even my outlet in high school, but not as much. In high school, freshman year and middle school too, I wrote a lot of poetry. And poetry is something that I don't really write too much now. Like, if you guys notice, I do have a blog, and on that blog I write poems. I only write poems when I'm feeling upset about something or really happy about something. And usually my really happy poems come off as me being really sad too. But like, I'm not someone who writes all the time no matter what I'm feeling. Most of my inspiration comes when I'm feeling upset. So writing was another huge way that I expressed myself. And you know, my teachers would know when I was really depressed, especially in high school, because in math I would write out all the numbers. And one time my math teacher was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, it just helps me, you know, and you know, I was very honest with my teachers. I always had a really good relationship with my teachers, so I would just straight up tell them that I wasn't feeling well, you know, with myself, and that writing really helps me, so that's why I would write out all the numbers and stuff. And you know, they were very understanding of it and very accepting of it, and I know it's a really weird thing to do, but it really did help me, you know, it helped me to do that. And you know, I feel like my teachers were pretty smart in how they handled it too, because they were like, okay, I understand that, and that's fine. And it would just be the number of the problem. Like, I would write number 1, you know, and then do the problem in numbers, and then I'd write number 2 and then do the problem in numbers. So yeah, writing was a huge way that I expressed myself and really got through some really difficult times in my life. So yeah, so first we have music, and then we have writing. And then towards the end of you know, high school and beginning of college, I more so expressed myself with, you know, talking, because I was in these classes that were, you know, kind of controversial classes. You talked about controversial things such as sociology. We talked about some controversial concepts in sociology, or psychology, or you know, those kind of social sciences that you kind of have to speak up in your opinion, and you know, what side are you on, what stance do you take, all of that stuff. So that's when I started being more vocal. That's what you have with me now. Like, I am a very vocal person now when it comes to my opinions, when it comes to how I feel. I am super vocal about it. I don't like keep things in anymore. I used to keep things in, but then I would explode, and now I don't do that. If something's bothering me, I'm gonna tell you. And this is something that I think especially my family has had to kind of transition with, because before they would, you know, I would just stack everything on top of each other and then go boom, I'm angry. But now it's like, you're gonna know when I'm upset about something. You're gonna know when I don't disagree, you're gonna know when I disagree with you, and you're gonna know these things because I am going to tell you. And you know, I do it in a respectful way, but you know, I still do it, you know, and it's kind of expected now, I think. So yeah, those are like the 3 primary ways I have expressed myself throughout middle school, high school, and now college. And now in college, I still express myself with music, and I express myself with being vocal, not so much with writing anymore. But I think that I'm gonna start getting back into writing more, because I love writing, and you know, I miss it. So I think that I'm gonna get back into that. But for the most part, it's music and just being vocal about things. That's how I express myself, and I still don't really express myself through fashion. I do express myself through makeup though. When I, you know, feel very like down, I like to put makeup on because it's fun and it's artistic, and those are the times where I'll make some really interesting looks just by, you know, my mood. So I think that makeup is another way that I express myself. It's just not one of my primary ways of expressing myself. But yeah, I'm still not someone who expresses themselves through fashion. I still do not have a very good fashion sense, and I kind of think I never will, but I have come across some very, very amazing plus-size YouTubers that I think will actually help me with my fashion sense when I have the money to get clothes. Basically, I have the same clothes that I've had since like middle school. So yeah. Anyway, I would love to hear the ways that you guys express yourselves in the comments down below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk a little bit. Wednesday is my last Express Yourself BU video, so please, 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 please check it out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!